Hey everyone, it's Unoriginal, and officially, well not officially, we're in level 3 at the moment. Today it is the 24th of March, and this is my quarantine video that I'm making for COVID. So I thought rather than do like a daily video or anything like that, because I am still able to work. Luckily I'm an essential service. So that means I'm still going to be working. I'm not going to have a lot of time to make videos, which I would have liked to have done, but I am going to record a random thought of the day every day while I'm in quarantine. Jumble them all together, and that's what you're watching now. So I guess my random thought for today is, I wonder how long it's going to be before I break and do an erroneous purchase of Animal Crossing, because man, that game's looking pretty good right now, but I don't really have the time to play it. So last night I was putting some furniture in that room over there, bumped my head on the low hanging beam that holds up the floor upstairs. Having no hair really makes that sort of thing, like, look at that. We're on day 3 officially. Lockdown started last night at midnight, and don't really have a thought for the day at the moment. It's just all kind of surreal. Wish that school was still... Ah, look, my son has one arm. Alright, we've officially made it to Friday. It doesn't really feel like Friday, it feels like Saturday. I thought last night was Friday, so I stayed up gaming with my buddy Mark, playing some Broforce. Don't really have a random thought for the day. Oh, I do. I had a good idea for people who run construction companies. It's a bit risky, but consider changing the name to Danger Construction. I mean, I know it's it's risky having that name, but it just means that you get a lot of free advertising with other construction companies and their stupid safety and regulations. You know, think about it. There's a free one from me to you. So it's only day 3 of the official lockdown, and my incinerator is already making this noise. I don't know what to do about that. Ah, dude, I just got double teamed. On Sunday, it's day 6 of lockdown, and that was our closest we've ever gotten to getting a Victory Royale in Fortnite together in a long time. A week tomorrow that I've been working from home and pretty bored into commercialism. It's my little island. At this point I don't even know if my kids are arguing or genuinely just playing. It's just been constant yelling. Yelling all day. My son's been giving me a lot of grandma advice recently. I realized this t-shirt, as backstory, this t-shirt went through the wash. You can see it got a bit too washed, so my wife just threw it down here to use as rags in the garage or whatever. And my son came down, saw it sitting on the floor, and he said,
"You gotta pick that up or it'll get whitetail spiders in it."
Like, what 7-year-old thinks about that sort of thing? So last night I had this dream that Stephen Bridson from high school turned up to this random party. It was like a wedding or something, and he was just like a shogun warrior. It was so fucking weird. Here's a question: why did it take a global pandemic for people to start realizing that they have to start being nice to their local supermarket staff? Today and yesterday were the weekend, which is really good because it means that I can finally post photos online of all the stuff I've done in the garden over the last 2 weeks and pretend that I did them just in the last 2 days instead of when I was supposed to be working. And hopefully nobody from work ever sees this. We're at that stage today where my wife is now letting my kids dress her, which is fantastic. She's looking amazing. And as a juxtaposition to that, I'm wearing the exact same clothes I wore yesterday. I've been hearing the theme song from Animal Crossing in my head a lot and trying to play along with it, but then it always transforms into the theme from the A-Team. It's not just me, is it? They sync up. Oh, and for those of you wanting to see the picture of my wife today from my kids dressing her up, because she's doing that every day this week, here it is. I feel like there's an explanation needed here. I'm not going to give one. I'm just gonna leave that there. Literally all of the light bulbs down here, aside from my studio lights, are blown. And even then, there's only one light bulb go in there. I'm desperately running out of actual, things that you don't think of as being essential items. My drill's broken down. I can buy a hand drill, but I can't buy any screws. I can buy a hammer, but I can't buy any nails. What? Who passed these rules and said this is an essential item? Basically stuff you can use for a riot, but not things that you can use practically. I know, I'm getting frustrated, stuck here, day after day. But here's a photo of what my wife looks like today, courtesy of my 3-year-old dressing her. And who knows, maybe tomorrow I get a turn at dressing her. It sounded dodgy. You just get closer to them. Oh god. I drew them out. It worked. I drew them out. And now I'm slowly dying. Oh, thank god. I think I'm going to wrap up this live stream because I've been riding a bike for over an hour while streaming Fortnite, and it hasn't been that fun. My pet peeve at the moment is when people post videos on their timeline of actual footage of me in quarantine, but it's just a sloth eating carrot sticks. That's not you. I've been so tired today that I almost forgot to do this, so you're welcome for the quality content. Happy Easter, everybody. We've made it to, I think, pretty much the halfway point of this whole thing. Either that's some epic foreshadowing or spot on. They fixed it. The hardware stores finally fixed that thing I complained about, 6 or 7 days ago, where they were only shipping hammers and hand tools. You can now order screws and nails, and I can finally order them, which I'm really stoked about. And I do apologize that I'm wearing the same clothes that I was wearing yesterday. Come on, you're doing the same thing.
Also, Ultranick, where did he go?
Ultranick. Honestly, you think my name is Ultranick?
On his channel.
That's a really cool name. I really wish I'd thought of that. That's much more original than Unoriginic. But thanks for the shout out, Jimmy Jams.
So anyway,
I'm making a video today. So I got paid yesterday, which came around really fast. But I've been keeping my sanity by doing some retail therapy online. I bought some spicy chili sauces from the Chili Bros, which looks fantastic. I got the coconut and lime satay, which looks amazing, and like this blackberry chili sauce as well, which I can't wait to taste. And then to shake things up a bit, I also ordered some chili sauce from this website called the Spicy Bros. I got this one sauce called the Yeah Boy, and then another sauce called the Yeah Boy. Actually, I really don't feel like making a thought of the day today, so I'm not going to. Yesterday's thought of the day was a bit of a hit and a miss. I'm going through a bit of a stressful time. You can see I've got like a pimple right here in the middle of my eyebrows, and then there's like a line going around my face. I don't know, it's like I'm 15 again, which kind of sucks. But did you realise that in Animal Crossing, a game that came out the same week that New Zealand went into lockdown, and much of the world went into lockdown, a game that's very addictive that Nintendo postponed and released there, it has a airline called Dodo Airlines. The Dodos are extinct. They operate the airlines, and airlines in real life are extinct as well. Think about it. So we find out tomorrow what's happening with this level 4 lockdown thing, which is good. Hopefully it's good news, because I'm totally out of rum at this point. And yeah, looking forward to some good news tomorrow. Not foreshadowing anything at all. Thanks. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. At 11:59 p.m. That's 1 minute till midnight. New Zealand moves from level 4 to level 3. It's good. That was the announcement from the other day before this whole channel got very musical. The main difference is that it's pretty much like level 4, except you can order takeaways. Okay, this is really super annoying because it's actually now the 28th of March. I filmed something on the 27th. I filmed a whole video, not just something for the segment, but something went wrong with it and it ended up like this. Hey everyone, Unoriginic here. Now, before we jump into today's video, I have to record that whole video again, and this is my segment for the day. I get that people are really excited that they can now go out and buy a coffee and stuff like that, or get takeaways, and that's great. You know, you do you, but if I have to see one more fucking takeaway cup on my Facebook timeline of a coffee with somebody with some lame tagline like,
Oh yeah, looking forward to this.
I don't get it. I don't get the addiction to coffee. I don't understand it. I don't see why it's a big deal. You had 30 days to learn how to make one yourself. You guys ever eat tofu? I ate a whole bunch yesterday, and I only just realized today as I was cleaning up yesterday's mess, because that's the kind of pig I am, that the Hing's tofu wrapper, they're using the Disney font on their logo right there. Are Disney okay with this? How is this allowed to happen? Like you're swimming?
Uh-huh.
Okay, close your eyes. How's that?
Good.
Yeah? You ready to go swimming?
Uh-huh.
Okay, off you go. And then you put in that room code, UMOA.
Are you talking to me or are you talking to
I'm
Marcy?
talking to all of you.
No, we don't know what's going on.
God damn it. So you go to jackbox.tv and you put in that room code, and then you can
No,
play.
that's not good. It doesn't have the right input.
What do your phone?
No, we're trying to plug Marcy's phone into a laptop to charge it, but the laptop's old and it doesn't have this type of cord.
Okay.
You've got a multi thing though. What's a multi? This thing here. Yeah, multi thing.
What is going on over there? It's day 40 of quarantine, and my car broke down last night while picking up some takeout. So at the moment it's on the side of the road by the river. A part of me hopes that somebody will just trash it and burn it, and then the insurance will pay for it. Okay, so this is the plan of action for rescuing the car. I'm going to, for the first time in this video, take you guys outside and into the world. We're going to jump on my bike. We're going to ride about 6 or 7 k's down the road to where the car is. Now the drive belt has become detached from the pulleys and the alternator, so I think what's happened is that the water pump has collapsed and that there's no water in the radiator. So I'm going to bring some water, fill up the radiator. I'm going to leave the drive belt off. I'm going to start up the car, drive it a few k's, pull over, let it cool down, fill up the radiator again, and just get it home. This is going to work. We're going to do this thing. Fuck! Yeah, there was no way I was going to get that thing working. That thing was fucked. Properly seized the engine. Water pump's fucked. Alternator's not working. Had to get it towed. So now it's just back home on my bike, and this is going to be our family's main mode of transport now. Sometimes when people do the whole think fast and try and throw something at me and make me either dodge or catch it, instead, as a response, I just shut down like all my neurological pathways and just stand there and let it hit me. I don't know why I do this. Here's some grainy footage from me from like 15 years ago where I did one such thing. It's my natural response to stuff, and I think it speaks volumes about my personality.
If you want to get an in-depth look about him, the YouTuber name, and I'm sorry I'm gonna butcher your name, Unigagnik. Like I said, I'm so sorry if I pronounce the YouTuber name. He goes.
It's unoriginal. Why does everybody struggle to pronounce my YouTube name? Maybe we should change it again.
I will link his video.
Throughout this whole video, you've heard a lot of my thoughts, and I've really appreciated you guys watching this. Just like to take today, we're on day 46 or something like that. 45? I can't remember. I'm going to take today just to give you some of the thoughts of one of my viewers that watched my luxury pranks amidst the fake video and thought it was necessary to write this comment. Don't hate them, they're just entertaining viewers. Why don't you guys mind your own business and not hate them? Be thankful. They make videos for you. It's hard to act. And they worked hard, for they are videos. Stop hating them. They record midnights. It's hard for them. That's why they can't make part 2s. Can't you see how tired they are faces is? Or your eyes is just blind? Don't blame them. They're just making scary videos to entertain viewers. They can do whatever they want. It's called YouTube. Yes, they go too far. But you guys go too far too. Stop blaming them. It hurts feelings than blaming. You can't do something to it. It already happened. Why mind your fucking business and not blame YouTubers? Or can I say innocent people staying late at night just to act hard and make videos for you? Why? Just why? I hope this words learn you not to blame average YouTubers trying to make you guys entertained and not to hurt people's feelings. Everybody have sins. You, me, and everybody. So please, stop blaming Parker, Chester, the ones who's pretending to be scary, the one who's acting like a victim, and most of all, viewers and fans. Even though you're a YouTuber, doesn't mean you can blame other YouTubers. I like the creative twist that you've used on the English language there. It's very lovely, very unique. All I ever really wanted for maybe the past 20 years, let's say 20 years or so, is to have a mohawk. I waited maybe 10 years too late. I got my wife to cut my mohawk today. Finally got one. It's the only time you're ever going to see it, because apparently I look like Joe Exotic, which I think is ridiculous because that dude has like blonde hair all over the place, and all I got is this. I think I look like Mr. T personally. We're gonna do a 360 rotation, so you can see the whole thing. This is the only place this is ever going to exist. This in one live stream I did, and then that's it. Need this the right way up, otherwise it records the sound backwards because it'd be upside down. It doesn't work. You'll notice that the mohawk is gone. That was a bad choice, I decided, especially coupled with the mustache. So, have you ever wondered if, like, you can see colours, right? Everyone can see colours. If you can't see colours, sorry, this is going to be complete nonsense to you. But the hue of colours that you see, have you ever wondered if maybe other people see them differently? Like, for instance, this is blue for me, right? And it's blue for you, but that's because you always learned that this particular shade is blue. And you've learned that this particular shade is navy and this particular shade is red. But what if the hue that you see them through is different to the hue that I see them through, so that your blue is my green and your red is my orange or whatever? And to just expand on that everybody actually has the exact same color. For example, one of my favorite colors is green, but maybe green for me is blue for you, and you like blue because that looks green to you, but that particular shade that we're all seeing is the same. I don't know, it's weird. I mean, you learn what a hot color is because it looks hot, but it only looks hot because you associate that with what fire looks like and what sunsets look like and that sort of thing. And those things, if the hue was all different for another person, would look like a hot color. I don't know, it's a bizarre thought. I just wanted to mess up with you all a bit. I've been stuck in here for too long, going a bit crazy. So tomorrow at almost this time, it's like 20 to 12 at the moment, but tomorrow night at around this time, New Zealand will move from level 3 to level 2, which is kind of like returning to normal. So tomorrow is probably going to be the last time I do one of these, which is good because I think tomorrow's day 50 as well, which is a nice round number. Hope you guys have all been well through all of this, and you're coming out of it in a better space than when you went into it. I've done lots of gardening, feeling good about that. It'd be good to go see the doctor, figure out what's wrong with my wrist, go see the dentist, get a hole drilled in my tooth and get it filled with plastic and that sort of thing. Yeah, it's gonna be a bright future, hopefully. Final day of being in level 3, which is where we started this whole thing. It's 11:59 PM right now, 13th of May. It's been 50 days sitting in front of this desk making these daily recordings of my musings, so thank you if you stuck through the whole thing. What are you thinking? You don't have to do this anymore. We can go outside by the time you see this. There we go, 12 AM. We have moved to level 2. First time in this whole video. I managed to just run down and capture this in time. I nearly forgot to make a video today. It's getting a bit out of hand. So thanks for letting me keep my sanity by doing this, and for taking part in watching this sort of, I guess, a social experiment of sorts. I really hope that you guys have had a chance to grow during this time and learn new things, or take on new things, or just reflect on what you're doing. I know I certainly have. I've had a great time with my wife and my kids at home, and also just the challenges that came with work and that sort of thing. So it's been an interesting experience. Anyway, I guess that's the video. That's all I really have to say at this point. It's my wife and my dog. Get my dog to bed. I'm going to go to bed as well. See you guys in the next video. It'll be about something completely different because I don't ever plan on doing this again. Catch you around.
I wanna taste your content, hold your breath and feel the attention. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell.